you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Well, everyone's
Say action
ready?
first, yeah.
Okay. Action.
A little bit about my past and history. Well, I grew up always being an entertainer. I was always the one that was performing. So this has been in me since I was a kid, since I can remember. So it was very important for me to be true to who I am, despite maybe my parents thinking I probably should do something that had a little bit more structure, right? So I've been doing this, and I think the most important thing in my career has been keeping true to what aligns with me. And I'm just proud to be here and to be able to talk about what I do because all of it is very important. So when I am doing a casting call or a crew call, it's very important for me to literally, when I post these kinds of things, give all of the information so that when people who are applying, they know everything. Because the hardest thing is if you don't post everything that you need and what your expectations are on a set, you're gonna get people applying that probably shouldn't or maybe have a different expectation of what's going on. And so for me personally, I look for the individual. Like, can I work with them, right? Because they can have the best resume. They can have done the best thing, but if they're not somebody that you would like to work with, then it's a no. So just that's also a really, really important thing. Regardless of what your resume says, if you're not somebody that people want to work with, no matter what, they won't hire you. So I look at that. And also, like, if I'm putting out a casting call from one of my projects, I want to make sure that it's going to mean something to this person as well, and their goals align with mine. Because if it's not important to them, then it's not going to be something that's going to mean anything. So I might have somebody drop off. So I look at the resume and I really look at what they've done, the quality of their work, of course, and I talk to them, I have an interview, and see if they really want to do it. Because you don't want to have to call in people minute of because you had somebody that maybe flaked out. The most challenging experience for me in this industry within the 15 years was coming in as a female filmmaker and not knowing anyone and having to start from that. And I don't usually like to use like the male-female thing, but in truth, it was difficult for me as a female filmmaker, not knowing anything and coming in and maybe not being recognized as quickly as maybe some other people do. But you take challenges and you're like, all right, cool. This is another goal. I'm going to push through those doors. And I think that it gave me a little bit more gusto to keep doing that. So there's always challenges that you will face. But the industry is getting so much better about, females and recognizing females in the industry. So it's beautiful to see more women come up and tell their stories and be behind a camera and do things like that because it's really important. We have important stories to tell. So yeah, that would probably be one of the biggest challenges within the 15 years, but it's nice to see the growth. So my advice for anybody starting this industry is to ask the first question: is this something that you really want to do? Because if this is something that that you're just seeing like the red carpet and you're just seeing the glam, like that's the last part. But if this is something that calls to you, that calls to your spirit, then that is something that you should do. And if you really want to do something like this, you just network. It's important, and you'll hear it a million times, and it'll drive you crazy. Because I know when I first started, I was like, "Oh my gosh, networking. Is it that important?" Yes, because you wanna show up to the places people are like you, right? And starting out, and everybody starts somewhere, and so and by knowing people and speaking to people, they get to know who you are and make yourself memorable. There's no one like you. There's a lot of people in the industry, right? But there's never going to be somebody like you. So keep going, go for it. I've been there. I didn't have anybody lead the way for me in any way. I had to figure it out all on my own, and I can literally sit here and say that it is possible. So keep going.
I want to thank you so much for this little interview. You're an inspiration for all of us, and especially for me as a woman in the industry. It has been my dream my whole life to be part of this industry, and you're the living proof that I can make it.
Thank you. It's been such a pleasure talking to all of you and being here. And thank you, Andrew, for bringing me. Anytime, anytime. I'm somebody that I know what it's like to not have somebody be able to navigate that. And I thought to myself, since I didn't have that, I would love to be that for other people. There's a lot of people that they don't want to tell you how they did it. And now I can't literally take you in my same steps because we all have our different journey. But like, if you have questions, I'm always going to be here to answer it. And I'm not going to, there's no like secret code. You know what I mean? What worked for me might not work for you. Something you might get it before I did. I'll be like, damn, I've been trying to get this for a long time. And here you are. Are you still recording this? I don't know. But anyway, but it's that. And we all bring something to the table. We are all unique and special in our own way, and that's not to be corny, but it is the truth, and I've learned that. And I've learned to accept a lot of things that I didn't think would be accepted in myself. So, yeah, I see you guys, and I see a lot of potential, and now is the time. You can make movies with your phone. You know, like I came up at a time where that was at the cusp, that wasn't quite there yet, but there's no excuse. You could just do it. You could do it. So it's been an honor. So thank you for your sweet words. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Cut.